Hello and welcome back to the Career Mode series. Today we are at China for round 3. And cutting on to our first flying lap as we set the fastest lap so far and puts us into Q2. Cutting on to our lap in Q2 now, as it's now intermediate conditions, and we go on a second lap now, and that puts us P3, which should put us through to Q3. And cutting on to our lap in Q3, it's dried up, and we go P3 in our first run, and then cutting on to our second lap now, and that lap has put us P5 on the grid.
Almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. It was a good showing from Red Bull in qualifying, and Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Rosberg, Hamilton, Toro Rosso, and Raikkonen, Verstappen, Bottas, Massa, and Jenson Button, Magnussen, Ericsson, Rio Haryanto, and Wehrlein, Palmer, Nasser, Nico Hulkenberg, and Carlos Sainz, Perez, and Alonso, Esteban Gutierrez, and Roman Grosjean starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
And it is 5 red lights for the Chinese Grand Prix, and away we go. Looks like Hamilton's had a poor start, and so is Vettel, as Rosberg looks to take the lead away from Ricciardo into turn 1, and we go into P3, but that's Vettel looking up our inside, into the second part of the corner, the very long first corner, and we consolidate P3, going into the third turn. And cutting on later into the lap now, along the long back straight, we're getting overtaken by Raikkonen and possibly Hamilton as well. Down into the hairpin, we hold it around the outside, and we hold our position. A good defending from us there. And cutting on to lap 3 now, as we're under pressure from Hamilton and Raikkonen. Going into the hairpin, down we go into the turn, and we hold it round the outside, and yet again that's good defence from us, as we've held off the Ferrari and the Mercedes driver. But cutting on to lap 4 now, we're under pressure from Hamilton, and Vettel now is going to go around the outside. We're going to look to try and cut it back on the hairpin, try and hold it on the outside of the last corner. But we're not going to be able to do that, and we have lost 2 positions. Cutting on to lap 5 on the long back straight, we're under pressure from Verstappen, from Bottas, and from Raikkonen. Down into the hairpin, we're going to try to hold it around the outside. Can we do it? No, we can't, and we've lost 3 positions in one bit. Cutting on to lap 6, going into the long turn 1, we try and go up the inside of all 3 cars that we lost positions to on the back straight. We're going to try and hold it around the outside of Bottas, but we can't do that. Cutting on to later into lap 6 now, and there's a yellow flag up ahead. What has happened here? There's a slow car up ahead, there's a slow McLaren, and we have ghosted through it. I have no idea what's happening here, as there's many cars side by side. What's going to happen here? We go up the inside in this confusion, and we are now P3 again. And cutting on to lap 7 now, as we're under pressure yet again. This time it's from Raikkonen and from Massa, who has got a lot of straight line speed in this Williams. And we try and hold the position, but we can't do that, as we have lost the position to the Williams and the Ferrari. But we try and look up the inside of Raikkonen into the last corner, but we think better of it, Now we have the DRS going into lap 8 as the Williams and the Ferrari are side by side, and we're going to try and look up the inside of Felipe Massa and maybe Raikkonen as well. What's going to happen here? We're going to hold it around the outside, and we don't get the position from Raikkonen. Now we cut on to lap 9 as we take the lead of the race, as we started on the medium tyre, which is the more durable of the 3 tyres, and we chose to go on that tyre because there's rain forecast for later in the race. And then we go on to the soft tyre, and we're going to try and stick it out on this set until the rain comes, and hopefully make one less stop than the rest of the field. But now as we go out of the pits, we come out just behind Felipe Massa. We go up the inside in this long right-hander and regain the position. But cutting to lap 19, and Nico Rosberg has made an overtake on us on the long back straight, and we're unable to challenge the position back into the hairpin, and we get a bit of oversteer there. And we now cut on to lap 21 as the rain has started to fall down, and we're going to go into the pits for a set of intermediate tyres, and we have managed to make one less stop than the rest of the field have. So that is really good stuff, as we have made up a lot of positions from not making as many stops as the rest of the field, and that's a decent stop. We don't get held up by anyone behind. And now, cutting on to the checkered flag, we're going to come home for P3 and our first podium finish of the season. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Career Mode. If you did, leave a like, share the video around, and subscribe to the channel for more F1 videos, including this series and the Sergio Perez career, which the new season will come out very soon. So see you then, and goodbye.